show up or whatever. But maybe we'll get a panel of guests roll through here. Um, yeah, dude. Did you do anything cool today? Oh, by the way, hey everybody, back friends to the Cadaver Club. I'm Ben. This is David. It's his birthday today, so we thought
Yeah,
we could hang out live on the internet with all of you guys. Anyway, did you do anything cool today, David?
it was pretty low key. Went to dinner with my wife and daughters, and that was pretty much it. And then came home and watched a movie with my daughter and my wife. Ticket to Paradise.
Never heard of it. Was it awesome?
Yeah, it's it was George Clooney and Julia Roberts.
Wait, did you love it? Because that should be like birthday boy's pick on the movie for the birthday night.
I wanted to watch Sick, but they didn't want to.
Seen Sick yet?
I've seen it, yeah, but I
You like
wanted them to see it, but they didn't want to. But I liked it.
Ginger Ninja in the Heezy. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? I saw it. I liked it. It got like real sort of mixed reviews from people. Some people absolutely. I think if you like the 90s slashers, people who like 90s slashers really absolutely loved it, and a lot of other people were just kind of meh on it. And I was sort of like somewhere in the middle. I thought it was fun enough. It was decent enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Really
it had a very much a Scream vibe to it, I thought.
but I thought it was pretty good. Good enough.
What do you think about using COVID as a theme? Is it too soon?
I don't think it's too soon. I think it's pretty good timing actually to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting take on things. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I had fun with it. I had fun
Yeah.
with it.
I haven't seen that Skinamarink, but I don't think I would like it.
I think you'll hate it, dude. To be honest with you, I think you'll absolutely.
I've just heard so many negative reviews on.
It's it's an experimental film, and if you can't really stomach like just some random weird shit for like an hour and a half, then it's probably not going to be your jam.
Yeah, I've heard it's just like essentially just long frames of people's doorways, and like occasionally it'll disappear and come back, and yeah.
It's bizarre. I sort of didn't quite know what to make of it when I first time I saw it, but I came down on the side of liking it. But I like some weird shit, things that if I have to like go, wait, did I like this movie or absolutely hate it?
Yeah.
Then usually if I come down on the side of if it makes me think that, then usually I'm like, there's something there, and I
Yeah.
hate it.
Yeah. So you went down to Guitar Center. Did you like it, Pastor? Or
I thought it was pretty cool. I'm sort of shopping around for an acoustic guitar alternative to the one I got, and so I thought the acoustic guitars are pretty fucking fatiguing. So I thought I'd try that one out and see what it was like. It's pretty cool. I liked it. They're pretty expensive,
yeah.
for what they are. It didn't sound good through the amp that I had there in the room, but I've heard them sound good, so I assume I can get it sounding pretty good.
And why did you go with a telly? Just because you don't have a telly, or?
No, they just like I said, hey, I want to play one of these Acoustasonics. He's like, oh, here's a telly right over here. You want that one? I was like, sure.
Yeah.
I think the Jazz Master. By the way, congrats on your years, dude.
Yeah, I'm done buying guitars.
Yeah, right.
For now.
Yeah, the Jazz Master has like a humbucker. I don't really know too much about it. I want to do some research. We'll see.
Yeah, I saw them when they first came out on like YouTube videos, but I don't know. I didn't. It sounds like an acoustic guitar that's been plugged into an amp to me, and I don't know. I like the more natural sounding acoustic guitar sound.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it said that they sort of do neither exceptionally well.
Yeah, yeah,
Which is kind of true. But the thing is, like, if I want to do like an acoustic cover or something, I'm just gonna do it on my Stratocaster or the Les Paul. Like I'm not gonna go get the acoustic. I grabbed it the other day. I was like, oh fuck, dude, why am I fucking around with this shit?
Is it because it's got high action on it, or
It could probably, if I got it if I got it set up differently, it'd probably be a lot
yeah,
better. But yeah, I mean, like I don't know. We'll see.
yeah,
I might get an acoustic guitar if I can find one. That I was kind of checking out like something fancy like a Gibson Hummingbird or something. We'll see.
yeah? I've got the Epiphone Hummingbird. I like it.
Is it fatiguing?
No, not at all. Plays good. I went out and played a couple of weeks ago with some old friends, and man, I've gotten so used to just sitting down and playing when standing up. It's like, oh, I found myself peeking over the fretboard.
Yeah, it's you get sort of used to like doing shit, and then like you do something different. It's weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like a noob playing the song. I was like, crap, I was missing strings. I mean, after like a couple minutes and a couple songs, I was getting the hang of it. But it was like, man, it's a different beast altogether.
Yeah, yeah. Every now and again, like I like try to stand up and play, and I'm like, oh, there's not only am I lazy, but like this is different, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah. Seen anything else good lately?
I got the From Beyond from Vinegar Syndrome. I haven't watched it yet. I've seen it before, but I haven't seen the 4K transfer, so I'm looking forward to that. But no, I haven't really watched a whole lot of horror aside from Sick. I think the last one I watched before that was the Pray for the Devil.
Did you like that one?
It was okay.
I've heard a lot of people really like that one too, but it's gotten sort of mixed reviews as well.
I mean, it's kind of like Sick. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't, amazing. Just kind of middle of the road for me.
Word. Yeah, the I watched Dune last night finally. Fucking took
You watched Dune, you said?
Yeah, for the first time finally.
That's a good movie. I'm looking forward to the sequel.
It was good, but it was also kind of unfulfilling there. For so long, you'd expect kind of a stronger resolution, at least, Clearly, they're setting up like a whole another thing, but like you should still have a slightly stronger resolution, I think.
Yeah.
First. It was beautiful, though. I mean, the world created, like the art direction, everything looked amazing,
Yeah, great score from Hans Zimmer. I liked it all around. But yeah, it didn't end. Well, I guess the way you would hope it to, but I haven't seen the original Dune, so I don't know the story that well. So
I was hoping that it would end with Art the Clown being born out of some chick's fucking. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I thought. I don't know. I haven't seen the original Dune in a long ass time. I never picked up the Arrow did that 4K release of it, and like by the time I went to go get it, it was like sold out. The one I wanted, and then I was just like, whatever, fuck it,
Yeah.
I try to keep it mostly horror. So like, if something is not expressly horror, I'll pick it up sometimes, but not always,
Yeah.
Ninja, a fan of the David Lynch version. Mr. Bones and the Heezy, what's up, dude?
What's up, Mr. Bones?
I would like to watch it again because I literally have not seen, I think, since the 80s.
All I remember it was Sting was in it. I mean,
he was in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was weird to see Jason Momoa shaved without a beard.
Yeah.
It was like, is that what that fucking his chin looks like? Okay.
Yeah. And then wasn't it Stellan Skarsgård that played the heavy or the villain?
Was it? I'm not sure.
I think it was.
The like the dude who's just like disgusting.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess he was disgusting in the original one too.
Who was the lead in the original one?
It was Kyle MacLachlan. Is that his name?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Sting was the not the lead, but he was in there.
Was Sting the Jason Momoa character or somebody else?
I don't actually remember which character he was. I remember I think he was like the what's that dude? Batista character, the wrestler dude. Ginger Ninja says Baron Harkonnen. Yeah, dude. Late night with C2C. We haven't been doing many C2C streams lately.
No. Tomorrow I'm supposed to go see this GNR tribute band with my brothers called Night Train.
Interesting.
Yeah, I saw some videos on YouTube and they sound great, but it's just I don't know. I mean, they dress up like Axel and Slash and all that, so it's almost kind of gimmicky, but I don't know. It'd be fun hang out with my brothers, I guess.
Tribute bands are kind of weird because it's so like focused in, you know what I mean?
Yeah. There's a group that travels around called the Black Jacket Symphony that does a lot of cover stuff. They don't get dressed up in like costumes like this band obviously does, but they'll do like an entire album. They were here recently, and I think they did maybe Pink Floyd's The Wall. They were here another time and did Abbey Road, so it's cool to see that stuff. They're coming back, I think, soon to do Tom Petty's Full Moon Fever, which I might go see that one.
Have you heard Axl Rose sing lately?
I heard him sing at Lisa Marie Presley's funeral.
I don't know if I saw that video. Was it pretty bad?
Yeah, it was just him on a piano singing November Rain, and it was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I guess to sing like that for so many years, I mean, it's got to be hard on the vocals.
Probably. I heard something and it sounded like he could it just sounded like he just was like not really, he was like in like his Axl, but didn't have enough energy for it, you know what I mean? He was on pitch and shit, but it just sounded like he was like going like
I saw something similar with Vince Neil recently in a video. I mean, he was just like leaving words out and unable to hit all those high notes that he used to be able to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's tricky. I don't really know.
Yeah,
I mean,
even
dude,
Paul
McCartney's like 800 years old. He can still hit all those fucking high notes.
Yeah, some.
I mean, dude, that guy is impressive.
Yeah, I think he's 82 or 81.
Yeah, I mean, he's much older than Axl. Like even I mean, he sang with enough distortion, but maybe not quite as like consistently as Axl. But
yeah.
Ginger Ninja saw him live in November. Said he's still not bad. It's not as rock as he used to be. I remember seeing him posting about that on Instagram. Saw him. I mean, he was quite a buzzsaw back in the day, I guess, you know?
Yeah, I never saw him back in the day.
I saw him with Metallica back in, I think, maybe 1990 or something.
Yeah, 1991. Sounds about right.
Right here in Oakland, man.
Was that when Metallica was touring for the Black Album?
I think so. Is that when James Hetfield had like burned himself, and so the guitarist from Metal Church was like phoning in with the guitar stuff?
Yeah.
And I took, me and a bunch of friends went. You know, I'm from Sacramento, but the show was here in Oakland, and so I drove my mom's car over with a bunch of people in it. We went to the show. And I got all sorts of fucked up, and I just totaled her fucking car on the way home. It was awful, man.
Oh, wow.
No one was hurt, but it was good times.
Yeah, Casey and Hobbs.
Casey, Hobbs, and the Heezy. What's up, guys?
Thanks, guys.
Yep, Hobbs referring to you as the man also known as Art.
I did go as Art for Halloween this past year.
I remember, dude. Didn't you appear on their stream as Art once too?
I did, yeah. I think I freaked Jennifer out a little bit.
Nice. Did you pick up any cool Did you like You like Terrifier too, right?
Yeah, it could have been about 20 or 30 minutes shorter. I think it kind of dragged on there at the end, but yeah, it was good. It was gory, but that kill from the first one will not be topped with the hacksaw.
Yeah, I concur with that.
Yeah,
I liked it. I liked it. I was concerned that they were going to be like, okay, here's the story. He was fucking like, there's some dream demons that infiltrated him as he was about to shoot himself. I thought they were going to like over explain it.
yeah.
And they went the opposite direction and just made it that much more batshit crazy. So I was on board, dude. To me, it sort of had like a Fulci-esque feel about it in that sense. Like it felt like a kid was telling me the story of a movie he saw, you know what I mean? In a charming way.
So, do you think that Art may be Sienna's dad, or
I don't think so.
okay?
But you know, who knows? I mean,
Yeah,
it's like fucking anything can happen at this point, dude.
yeah. I was concerned they were going to try to like give too much of a background on him, and that was just going to kind of spoil things, but which they didn't. So I mean, it's cool. And then this new character they introduced, that little girl that he sees only, I guess. Well, I guess Sienna and her brother can see him or see her too. Yeah, I don't know. It was good. It did feel like it just ran a little bit too long though.
It was very long.
What, 2 hours and 20 minutes or something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah. I picked it up physical media steelbook. I haven't watched it since I got that copy of it. I don't even know. I don't think there's an extended version, but
I don't think there was. I got the steelbook from Walmart, and then I got the 4K from Best Buy. Double dipped.
I got the I ordered the was it Imprint or Umbrella? It's an Australian company. I can't remember did the like this sort of box set.
Hmm.
It must be Umbrella.
I think it was Umbrella. That sounds right.
Mr. Bones saying, yeah, they got secret they ain't sharing yet. For sure. It was long. I found some people had issues with the pacing in the third act. I like the finale, and I felt like the pacing in that part didn't bother me. It was sort of like the middle of the movie.
Yeah, it was leading up to the fairground. It felt like it kind of dragged. Like that whole scene where her friend and boyfriend or whatever are in the car waiting for her. Kind of on a little bit, but have you seen Megan yet? I haven't seen that one yet.
I did see Megan the other night. Yeah.
Did you like it? Because my wife and daughter saw it. I was like, well, thanks for the invite, guys. Well,
yeah, no, they're like, we didn't go. We thought we'd just watch a romantic comedy with you later.
They didn't like it, but I don't know.
When it came out, it got a good amount of hype from people
to be a January movie. Yeah.
And a lot of people said, "Oh, it's just fucking amazing and so much fun and blah blah blah." And it was, I had fun watching it. I think it was a little overhyped.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It didn't feel super fresh and new, but I liked it. You know.
Yeah. Supposedly, I guess when they release it to physical media, it'll be like a extended cut or a director's cut where it'll be more rated R. But from what I've heard, seeing what happened didn't really take away from the movie, or not seeing what happened didn't deter from the movie. So I'm looking forward to it.
It could have, if it had like a little more. I think it might have endeared itself to me a little bit more if it had a bit more teeth. I don't think it needed it per se. Like it wasn't written around like gore that they just cut out willy nilly or anything. You know, like
yeah.
Mr. Bone says Megan's awesome. He loved it. A lot of people I know loved it. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I think I will probably enjoy this one more than I did the Child's Play remake. I mean, they're both, I guess, similar stories with AI, but I don't know.
They're similar-ish. I mean, there are similarities for sure.
It looks fun though.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. You know. I could stand to watch it like a hard R or unrated version of it though.
Yeah. Have you seen the Knock at the Cabin yet? The new M Night Shyamalan movie.
I have not, but I heard a lot of people say they liked it. I've heard a
Yeah,
few people say they liked it.
I've heard mostly positive reviews. I didn't see what was his last one. Old.
I saw Old.
Did you like it?
Like I like movies that take place. I like movies that take place in like a single location,
Hmm.
where like people are isolated together in this one location. So as I was watching it, I was like, oh shit, I might actually like this movie. Um, when I got to like maybe the middle, I was like, this doesn't even suck yet, like in
Yeah.
ways that bother me a lot.
Hmm.
And then like um it just kind of went off the rails, dude. It was like there's uh there's a kid in it. I mean, they're stuck on a beach. People age extra fast.
Yeah.
There's a kid in it. It starts off as like maybe like a 7-year-old or some shit. And he ages throughout the movie, until he gets to be like a dude, you know,
Yeah.
a young man like yourself. And he basically like as he ages, he just becomes like a middle-aged dude. He doesn't like there's some point where he's just still like a kid, but in a teenager's body or something. And then at some point he's just like, hey man, like what the fuck, dude? He's just like so it kind of like didn't really have linear sense making. And then I don't know. Mr. Bones says it was good till the end. Yeah, the end was troubled because this little kid who's like in a middle-aged dude's body now at this point, he basically like there's some bullshit where they get off the beach by swimming through some fucking coral shit, and then like they show up at the thing, and they want to like blow the whistle on this whole shit that happened to him, right? So they go up to like this police dude that he met as a kid, like a 6-year-old kid. He's like, hey, what do you do for a living? He's like, oh, I'm a police officer. So he goes up to that dude and he's like, hey, I know you're not going to believe this, but I'm that kid from earlier, and there's these people doing some bad shit. And then he's like, okay. And then like slash cut to like Interpol, like walking and doing shit. I'm like, okay, this beat copy is gonna buy your story and call like, and all this shit's just gonna. It was ridiculous, dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
Spoiler alert.
yeah, Bone says that he liked it up until the end.
Yeah,
He felt the same way about Us. I did. I didn't mind Us.
I didn't mind us either. I liked us.
I haven't seen Nope yet, but I would.
Did
I
see no.
like. Is it good?
It's his weakest movie, I think.
Okay.
It's not. It's not. It's not a bad movie, but it's also not a great movie.
Because I really liked Get Out, and Us was already kind of like, it was good, but not as good as Get Out, in my opinion. So,
Casey's out, by the way. Have a good night, dude.
take care, Casey.
Yeah, he hasn't had any movies as good as Get Out. But he may never have any movies as good as Get Out.
Yeah.
But Nope is still like I like us more than Nope.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing about Knock at the Cabin is that Dave Bautista and Rupert from Harry Potter give like great performances, and that's a pretty good movie. That it's not really true to the book, but it doesn't deviate too far.
Yeah. Mr. Bone says Nope was not what he expected it to be. It's not horror, which is accurate.
Oh, it's not horror. I know it's about aliens.
It's not really. There's. That's hard to say. Who can say? Like some people consider Silence of the Lambs a horror movie for fuck's sake. So who knows?
I still think it's a thriller.
I think maybe if you think that Jaws is a horror movie, then maybe you could consider Nope a horror movie as well.
Okay, I don't consider Jaws a horror movie.
I don't exactly either, but there I will say like Patrick in the house. What's up, Patrick?
Hey, Patrick.
I will say like um there is like a sort of like little mini side story. Quilted, what the fuck, dude? She's just like walking on patrol back and forth. Um I will say like there is like a chimp in it, like a chimp massacring people basically in
And
it. In Nope, yeah.
okay.
And I think chimps are terrifying. So that was a horror-ish element to it. You don't
Okay.
really see a lot or anything, but
Yeah.
it was just sort of randomly in there too. It wasn't exactly random, but it was a little extra, you know?
Yeah. Hmm.
Jamie Hart, wishing you a happy birthday, dude.
Hey, thanks, Jamie.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Nope was okay. I know some people that absolutely hated it. Um, and I thought it was a good movie. You know, I kind
Mhm.
of yeah, sort of middle of the road for me.
I
Yeah.
can't think of anything that I've watched or seen that I absolutely hated, and but like I'd never watch again. Um, yeah, nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah, I'm not a big like angry dude, so I usually don't really hate movies.
Yeah,
If I see a movie that I don't like, I just don't watch it again or some shit. You know, like I don't bear grudges at that movie for whatever. So in general, I don't really hate movies, but
but I am the person that if I hear a negative review like for Skinamarink, then I'll probably avoid it rather than give it a chance. But
I mean, I think you can sort of tell just in general what type of movie it is, and it's probably not a type of movie that you would like to watch, you know.
yeah,
Um, Jamie Hart doesn't hate movies, but she does hate It Follows. But I absolutely loved It Follows personally.
I tend to side with Jamie. I didn't hate it, but it didn't do much for me.
What about that dope ass synthy score though?
The score's good, yes.
Yeah.
And the Lodge was the same way. I just bought the record for that, but the movie was a little slow for me.
I remember when you reviewed it. Um, I remember you didn't really like it too much. I quite like The Lodge. I often will I like slow burn movies with atmosphere.
Mhm.
If it has good atmosphere, uh, but it just like not a lot of stuff happens, I'm perfectly okay with that. And I'm fully on board. Some people, you know, they don't
Yeah,
like it much.
I need to go back and give that one and Hereditary another go.
I mean,
Hereditary, I think, was hampered by my wife just complaining the whole time. This movie sucks, so it took me out of it too.
are you married to Patrick? I'm just kidding. The yeah, I mean, I can see that.
Yeah,
I loved Hereditary. I'm a little surprised that you don't like it. So maybe a second viewing would be something, you know. But some people didn't like it, you know. Some people just didn't like it. I know more than one person that didn't really appreciate it.
yeah. I mean, there are a lot of movies that I feel like are overhyped. I mean, for example, X. It wasn't a bad movie, but I don't think it was the greatest thing that came out last year that a lot of people seem to think it was.
I mean, it got a lot of hype, but it also kind of delivered. It was a good movie. It might have gotten overhyped, but it was a good movie, and like definitely top of my movies for that year.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Hey, Adam.
but it might have gotten a bit overhyped. Pearl was awesome too, by the
I
way.
haven't seen Pearl yet.
Pearl was very good. Different type of movie, like a character study, really, but uh, pretty amazing performance by Mia Goth.
Yeah, I've heard her monologue that she gives is just amazing, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, it's a good one. I liked it. I know it's a lot of people that liked it more than X too.
I haven't seen I Trapped the Devil. That's one that Patrick's talking about.
Yeah, I didn't get the chance to watch that. That's the one they discussed for the IFC nights, and I didn't watch it, so I wasn't able to stream with them. But I would like to watch it at some point. See what all the hubbub's about. Jamie Hart prefers X over Pearl. I do too, but love them both. Indeed. Oh, Adam's saying in Australia, Pearl hasn't been released yet.
I was really kind of expecting them to release all 3 movies in the same year, like it set some kind of new record. Because I mean, Pearl came out what, like 2 months after X or 3 months?
I think the third movie though is just going to basically all be about this dude named Corey. I could be wrong.
That damn Corey Cunningham.
Maniac remake is amazing.
Oh, with Elijah Wood, yeah, I agree.
Hey, if you can make it, I know you told Patrick that you don't really have time to do it consistently, but we are going to be discussing it at the end of the month on a stream. So if you're down.
Do you know what date that will be? Because I'm supposed to go into this month, you mean?
And yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, dude, I love that movie.
I prefer it over the original.
I like them both. It's hard to, I think, sort of like on any given day. Look at that shit. Maniac, that's a remake. 6-disc 4K media book.
Nice.
Nameless media book. And of course, this is the original. Same exact 6 discs, those motherfuckers. And yeah, Nameless again.
But, I bought the original from Ricky. It's the media book, though. I think it's a media book.
Have you seen this movie, though? Wraith.
Sure.
Yeah. That movie is goofy.
I have it. I actually have that one with Charlie Sheen, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Vestron released it, right?
Yeah. 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 I liked it. It's no worse than Maximum Overdrive.
I would say better than Maximum Overdrive, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Jin's just saying Pearl is getting a selected cinema release this month. So keep on the lookout for that, Adam. Yeah, dude. The Wraith. I think the car is ugly as shit, personally, but I like how it's a goofy looking car, man.
Hey, Brad.
Brad.
Movies.
Yeah, Wraith it's so goofy, man, but it's really a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hey, Jamie, I didn't get to run into you at Scarefest, but did you have a good time? It was yesterday, Friday, the 10th. Brad. Turned the big 46.
Big 4-6, dude. I remember those days.
Yeah, I'm on the backside of 40 now.
Yeah, you are. I guess yesterday. I guess it's still yesterday at this point for you.
Yeah, it's 1:18 in the morning.
I still feel like until you fall asleep and wake up the next day, it's that day.
Okay. Then I'm good for another 3 or 4 hours then.
You're good.
I'm a night owl.
Especially if you're on a whole stream that is dedicated to your birthday extravaganza, dude.
I'm honored.
Adam saying Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, also getting a limited release there.
I watched Hey Internet, it's Eric, or Hey, whatever his channel's called. Yeah. He didn't care much for that movie at all.
I know a lot of people that were pretty excited for it because it looks goofy as shit.
Yeah.
But I'm not really a dude that loves like goofy as shit movies per se.
Yeah.
I like a lot of them, especially if they endured themselves to me, like back in the 80s and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think I don't appreciate those types of movies as much as a lot of other people do. So I haven't really heard anything about it, but
I think his biggest complaint was that it was obvious that these characters were wearing masks and they weren't even like wearing any kind of prosthetics or gloves on their hands. They had human hands.
human hands.
Yeah. I do want to see Cocaine Bear though. That looks pretty funny.
Cocaine Bear, the trailer looked pretty fun, dude. That
Yeah.
movie looked really fun. Another one that I definitely probably after seeing will go, that's not a horror movie at all. I don't even think it's being billed as one, but I know like a lot of horror people are talking about it. So
Yeah.
there is that. Jamie saying she did have a blast there, dude. Ended up meeting the Region Free guys for a short time.
Cool.
Adam Paul Beaumont saying, hey dude, you're still a young man, David. I agree. He's just a little baby.
Yeah, you're only as old as you feel, right?
You feel like a little baby.
I don't feel 46.
I feel slightly older than I am. I feel like I'm 1,050. When we all know I'm only 1,001. Patrick saying, watch the mean one.
I don't know what that one is.
It's like a Grinch movie with
Oh yeah,
David Howard Thornton playing the Grinch.
I did see that movie.
Oh, was it good?
Not really.
Was he good?
The Grinch?
Yeah.
Not really. He was no Jim Carrey.
I mean, I've actually never seen the Jim Carrey movie either. Yeah, I'm not a big Christmas dude, but
well, there was another one I watched around Christmas time where it was like this animatronic came to life.
yeah,
Bloody Christmas.
Bloody Christmas, yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
I like that.
Top, it was fun.
I like that director. He did like VFW and stuff.
Yeah, you can tell because of the lighting stuff and
yeah. I like the characters had like a surprising amount of depth to them for like that type of movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which was sort of an interesting way to go about it. Oh, nice. Jamie says she got Dee Wallace to sign her Howling Steel book. Hell yeah.
I got Alan Troutman's autograph, Tarman.
Nice. I'm still waiting on my fucking Tarman 6 scale figure, dude.
Oh, from Trick or Treat Studios.
Except I ordered it from Sideshow.
Mm.
And I'm still waiting for that shit. But yeah, I thought I love the Howling. Howling's my favorite werewolf movie.
I think for me, nostalgia wise, it's probably Silver Bullet, even though the werewolf looks like crap.
Werewolf does not hold up super well in that movie, but it is a nostalgia filled romp. Dude, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
it's a fun movie. I mean, I like that movie a lot. You know.
Yeah.
But the Howling just is ticks that box for me. And American Werewolf in London definitely close second.
Yeah. Dee Wallace, my introduction to her was probably E.T. And then later on, what was it she was in? It was a horror movie. I guess Critters? Yeah.
I mean, she's like horror royalty, dude. She's been I don't even think I could count how many horror movies she's been in. I'm sure someone could.
I didn't get to see Robert Englund, Jamie. The line was like super long. I did go outside for a cigarette and was out there with Lance Henriksen. That was kind of cool.
Dude, how old is that guy?
He's, I think, in his late 70s, early 80s, maybe.
He's like a pretty heavy smoker, right?
Yeah.
He's still going strong, so hey. Let me do a quick searcher. I'm curious now.
Lance Henriksen,
He is
82.
the big 8'2", man.
Yeah, same age as Ringo.
Still smoking. Yeah, I saw a movie. Lance Hendricks. I don't know. What do you think the last good movie he was in was?
I'll have to look at his filmography.
Yeah, let me pull that up just out of curiosity now, since I
The
got
last
this.
thing I remember him in was Pumpkinhead, but I mean,
Oh, yeah.
uh, he was in Alien 3. Uh,
Let's see. I
Mimic 3, Alien versus Predator.
don't think I've ever seen Mimic 3. I don't know if I've ever seen this part 2.
I've only seen the first one.
Yeah.
He was in Jennifer's Body as a passing motorist as a cameo.
That was a riveting performance he gave as past.
Yeah.
He's been in 2006 and 2007. Oh no, yeah, 2006, 2007. He did back-to-back Pumpkinhead sequels, which I've never seen any of the sequels to Pumpkinhead.
No, wasn't one of them like a made-for-TV, like Sci-Fi Channel or one of those?
Looks like they both say television film.
Yeah.
So
I guess the answer to your question, the last thing I remember seeing that I liked was Alien 3 in '92.
I saw him in let's see if I can find the name of this movie. Big Legend, I think is what it was called. Let me see. Yeah, Big Legend for 2018. And it's a Bigfoot movie. It's a I thought it's a pretty decent movie, but then at the end, it's basically like this Bigfoot like murders this dude's girlfriend, and he sort of like goes like on a hunt to see what the fuck, and then at the end, Lance Henriksen comes in all of a sudden, never been in the movie at all, and he's like, "Hey, I'm from like the secret society that hunts big feet. Are you down to join our fucking cause?" And I was like, "Wait, what just happened here?" It was like totally out of the blue. It wasn't really that kind of movie. But it was weird. Werewolves Within is Patrick's new favorite werewolf movie. That is a very fun movie. Brad likes movies, says anyone.
I watched one called Cursed, not the Jennifer Ricci movie. This was a different one, kind of a time period movie, but it wasn't too bad. Have you seen that one?
Cursed.
Yeah, it's set like in the late 1800s, maybe early 1900s.
It's more recent, like 2015. No, it's
I think it came out in 2020, maybe. It's either called The Cursed or Cursed. It's one of the two. But it's a werewolf movie. It wasn't bad. 2021.
Cursed werewolf movie.
Yeah, and it had Kelly Riley in it.
Kelly Riley. Hold on. Now I'm all trying to figure out what the fuck this movie is, because maybe I've seen it.
It's set in early 19th century France.
The Cursed.
The Cursed, yeah.
I remember when that came out, I believe. Let's see. I don't think I saw it though. Did you like it?
Yeah, it was a good watch. It's a different take on the werewolf. I think I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, I think a good werewolf movie is kind of hard to pull off, even though because I think like werewolves are badass, basically, like extremely badass, and so like the the level of how badass they are to how many good werewolf movies there are is like low. That ratio is low.
I was a big fan of The Wolfman with Anthony Hopkins and Benicio del Toro.
I remember that. Yeah.
That was a good movie.
You are amongst a certain crowd of people that believe that. I think. I think the popular opinion is it's not a great movie. I thought it was okay, you know.
I liked the special effects. It was entertaining, and
I
I'm
thought
an
it was okay.
Anthony Hopkins fan. I like seeing him play the bad guy.
Yeah, he's a good bad guy. I don't know. He played one good one at some point named Hannibal or some shit. I don't remember.
Yeah,
Like that.
he's still not as good as Brian Cox as Hannibal Lecter.
Brian Cox is good, man.
He was.
Let's see. Hard Target. Ginger Ninja says he was an awesome villain in that. Jamie didn't pay to see Robert England. Wasn't paying that kind of cash. Wish you would have noticed him. Bumped into him. Said something like, "Hey, want to suck face?" What would you do if he just like grabbed you and like kissed you wildly and passionately for like 5 minutes after saying that?
It'd be a little awkward, I think, but hey.
And then dropped your fucking like dried husk of a body to the floor afterwards.
I'd be like, my name's not even Joey.
Is there another remake to the Wolfman coming out?
That's what I think Adam was saying, right? Or who was it?
Ginger Ninja.
Ninja, yeah.
I didn't know that. Let me see.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything either, but yeah, I don't know.
I hear something that said that the Wolfman remake is one of many projects that are under development.
I think like
Ryan Gosling,
as the Wolfman.
I guess he's on board to do it.
Okay. Patrick saying Teen Wolf just got released. I saw that. As a movie based on the MTV series, which I like because I like stupid ass like teen horror shit. So I like that show just fine. It got repetitive.
But, yeah, I watched the first season, then kind of lost interest.
And I couldn't quite bring myself to watch the movie because I don't know. There's other movies to watch, man. I thought about it. I pulled up like a little tab. I was like, should I watch this? But I watched Bullet Train instead.
Yeah, that was a fun movie. I liked it.
I thought it was perfectly fun. I thought, I was kind of lukewarm on it. I didn't dislike it. I didn't love it. I had fun watching it. It was a fun movie.
Yeah.
I felt like at times it maybe tried to be too clever or something, but like, but I thought it was perfectly fun. I also feel like it felt like it should have been better based on the concept of the cast,
Yeah. It was just a popcorn movie, but it was fun to just zone out and have a laugh, I guess.
Yeah, man.
I feel the same way about Glass Onion. I mean, it was all right. It wasn't as good as Knives Out, I thought, but
I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I pretty much strictly watch horror these days. I don't like step too far out. I'll watch like YouTube videos or I don't know, other types of content, shorter form content rather than like full on the movies, but unless they're horror, but yeah, I just felt like I don't know. It's been a weird week, dude. So I thought I don't want to watch true crime shit. I don't want to watch horror stuff. I'm just gonna watch Bullet Train. It looks fun. Turn my brain off, enjoy it. And then I also did Dune.
Brad's asking about Clerks 3. Any thought?
Never seen it.
Me neither. I'm not really a Kevin Smith fan.
I like certain Kevin Smith movies.
I think the last one I saw was Dogma, and that's been years ago.
Did you see Tusk?
I didn't see Tusk. No.
Tusk is awesome. I gotta say.
Is that with Justin Long?
Yeah. Maybe
Okay.
like not maybe not I love that movie. I love the whole like way it came about because it was just like they were shooting the shit on this podcast talking about some random ad on a British website called Gumtree, which is like the British Craigslist basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just an ad, a classified ad saying like get free rent if you pretend to be like a walrus one day a month or something. So they wrote it and they just like spitballed this whole screenplay, just like fucking around and talking with it. And then at the end, he was just like, yeah, I don't know. Let me know. Vote on this if you want me to make this into like an actual movie or something. And people voted yes, and he made it into a fucking movie, dude. And it was pretty awesome. Brad likes movies, knows what's up. He says, yep. Tusk is great. But I thought Yoga Hoser sucked.
Yoga Hoser?
That was his. I think he was doing like a trilogy of Canadian horror movies or some shit. And Yoga Hosers was not super good in my opinion, but I did like Tusk a lot. Patrick's sprung a leak, and then he's also saying he sprung a leak, and then he has an arrow pointing towards Tusk, saying like Tusk is awesome. So
Yeah.
I don't know what his deal is, but hey, I agree, dude. I liked it a lot too.
I did watch the Masters of the Universe, I guess, that Kevin Smith put out. So there you go. That's the last thing I watched. The animated He-Man.
I think I like Kevin Smith, but I haven't kept up with all of his movies. Like I said, I haven't seen any of the Clerks sequels. I love Clerks when it came out in the 90s. I haven't seen Dogma. There's a lot of movies. Day too, actually.
You haven't seen Dogma ever?
Never. I've seen the box for rental box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Brad like movie says, yeah, his daughter was in that. Probably his worst. That and Jersey Girl. His daughter was also in Tusk, though. And in that movie Holidays, in a little segment he directed. Patrick says Dogma is his best film. I quite enjoyed Clerks when it came out. I think is probably his most important movie, just based on the era it came out, the fact that he made it independently and sort of like the success it had, Mm-hmm. But I quite enjoyed Mallrats a lot too.
Wasn't Jersey Girl the one with Ben Affleck?
Which one?
Jersey Girl. And then Ben Affleck and.
But he's a constant. He's like always in his movies. He was also in Mallrats.
Yeah.
He like to have weird sex in uncomfortable places, like the asshole or something.
Is he in Tusk?
No, but Johnny Depp was.
Really?
Yeah, playing a very, very weird role for Johnny Depp.
Straight man?
I don't even know how to explain it. He's like he plays like this Canadian police inspector wearing like full on like so much prosthetics you don't recognize him as being Johnny Depp.
Okay.
And it's like just a weird performance and weird. It's just a weird little thing, little blip, like, but cool.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, dude, I like Tusk. I don't know. It's a weird one, man. It's a weird one, but I quite enjoy it. Ginger Ninja saying Mallrats for the win. Hell yeah. Fun movie.
I like Mallrats more than Clerks, if I'm being honest.
I think I feel like Mallrats was kind of less, not that Clerks was edgy or anything, but I think it was more edgy than Mallrats. I think Mallrats was more accessible, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I was never really a fan of Jay and Silent Bob either.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I don't know, when that came out, it was just like its own thing, you know. It came out, it was just like this little film that some dude made. It was pretty funny, I thought. And yeah, I mean, I sort of put him on the map. Mallrats had like a kind of a much larger cast.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bigger movie, you know what I mean? It had what's her face from Three's Company, dude, for fuck's sake. She had 3 nipples and shit. It's amazing.
Suzanne Summer?
No, not her, dude. The one who played Terry. She was also in wasn't she in Devil's Rejects? Let me see. Three's Company. Come on. I know Patrick has all these fucking answers. Priscilla Barnes.
Oh, she was the other blonde after Suzanne Summers left. Right.
She was one of the other blondes. That's correct.
Oh, were there 2 more after that?
Yeah. I think there was also Cindy.
Okay. And then there was Janet. Plain old Janet.
Yeah, plain old Janet.
Speaking of Cindy's, we just lost Cindy from Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, dude, I saw that.
Man, January and February has been rough on celebrities.
Dude, Jeff Beck, man.
Jeff Beck, Burt Bacharach just died.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Keith Richards keeps trucking on, man.
Yeah, dude, fuck. Is that guy gonna outlive all of the Beatles?
He's like a cockroach, man. He's not gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, how old is that guy now?
I think he's probably 80, like Paul McCartney.
I mean, he looks like he's 1,000, but he is 79.
Wow, so actually younger than Paul.
He's younger than Hendrickson too, dude.
Yeah.
Still doing it, dude. Mick Jagger's still going, right?
Yeah. Mick Jagger's still going, and Ronnie Wood. I don't know if Bill Wyman's still alive, the bass player. Is he still alive?
No idea. I never actually listened much to the Rolling Stones.
He's still alive too. Bill Wyman is, wow, he's up there. He's 84. I don't know, 86. He's 86.
Jamie Hart says Keith Richards took the potion from Death Becomes Her. Pretty much. Patrick confirms that Google was incorrect and Keith Richards is actually 158.
Wow. He made a pact with the devil.
He's probably had a lot of sympathy for him or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's been rough, dude. And there's gonna be so many people like in the next couple years that you're just like, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, Harrison Ford's up there. He's what, 82 himself? He's
pretty old, dude. I mean, people are living a lot longer.
Yeah.
Like Mel Brooks is still alive, dude.
I know, he's like in his 90s.
Dude, he's 96 years old. And like I heard him on a podcast a few years ago, but he was in his 90s. And he's just still sharp as a tack, dude. It's amazing.
Dick Van Dyke's still sharp as a tack, too.
Dude, how old is that guy?
Dick Van Dyke is
He's 97, dude.
97, yeah.
Jesus Christ. People are fucking really living some long lives these days. God bless their sweet souls.
Clint Eastwood. I mean, another
How
one.
old, how old is he?
92.
Yeah, early 90s.
Yeah.
He's just a little baby.
Morgan Freeman's probably up there in age too. He was one of those late bloomers in acting.
Let's see. He is 85.
Okay.
He's like literally a fetus compared to those two.
Listen,
Yeah, he's
85 also.
yeah.
Is Jack Nicholson older or? Yeah, he's just a little bit older than Harrison Ford.
James Earl Jones, 90 or 92 years old.
Man.
Horror and Other Shiz with Craig. What's up, Craig? Says his dad turns 80 on Valentine's Day. Happy birthday, man. Jamie Hart says turning 50 in 4 months. Happy birthday year to you. It's a little ways away, but less than half a year. It is the big 50. Patrick saying Bob Barker, 99. Okay.
Yeah.
Mallrats over Clerks. David says Brad. Then you go and remind him of Harrison Ford age and mortality. Dude, he's got a bone to pick with you now. Bringing him down.
Turning into David Downer. Sorry.
Yeah. But we're not focusing on those who die. We're focusing on those who are old as shit. So it's a very positive spin on it, right?
Yeah, there you
go. Yeah, there's a few. Have you been watching Last of Us at all?
We started it this past week. I couldn't get to the first episode. Felt like it was a little slow.
It might feel a little slow. I don't know. I'm quite enjoying it, but I loved the game.
I'm not a gamer, so I never really played it. So
the game's probably like my second favorite game after Super Metroid. But it's an amazing game.
I like Metroid.
I
like the Metal Gear Solid. That was my game back in the day.
I tried to play that once, and it felt like every 3 to 4 seconds there was a cinematic cut scene, and I was like, I want to fucking play this, dude. What the fuck? I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, there were a lot.
I never quite finished it. I know it got a lot of hype and a lot of people loved it, but I sort of I got annoyed by how many cinematic cutscenes there were, so I stopped.
I after the PS2, I didn't really play a lot after that until the Wii came out and we had kids and we'd play carnival games and Mario Brothers and all that stuff. I just never really got back into the gaming stuff.
I had a PS3 and a PS4. PS4 broke. Been meaning to get a PS5. But I'm a dude. I go through I'll not game for 7 months, and then I'll do nothing but play a video game for a week straight or some shit. So that's sort of the kind of gamer I am. I'm not constantly playing or anything.
Yeah, my daughter has a Switch, and I picked up the Friday the 13th, and I tried it. I suck at gaming. Kind of got frustrated with it.
Brad saying episode 5 came out tonight of Last of Us. Yeah, I'm looking forward to checking it out. I'm enjoying that show quite a bit, but
I want to watch it, and because I hear it gets better after the first episode. I've been hearing a lot of talk about Nick Offerman's character in the third one.
He was in it. He had a different character than I've ever seen him play before. He was good in it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good episode. I do think I think maybe if you're not really invested in it, some of this that episode in particular might feel slow to you, you know, but
Mhm.
pacing for me personally hasn't been any kind of issues or anything. Um, Craig saying I could just build my PS 17,654 hybrid. That is correct. I'm still working on the 17,653rd one though. So, um, but yeah, I'm quite. I sort of kind of wish I didn't start watching it because it's a show that I would almost like to just binge through. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? So I did that with the first 3 episodes, uh, and I was like fully on board to watch the fourth one. There was no fourth one. I was like, fuck.
Didn't one come out today because they didn't want to compete with the Super Bowl? Or
That's what Brad is saying, but I feel like they. I don't know when they usually come out, so I'm not sure.
yeah,
But I think last week episode 4 came out on a Friday as well.
okay.
Um, I
I'll
don't
give
know
it a
about
shot.
the Super Bowl. What'd you say?
I'll give it a shot. I mean, the first one was just, I guess, character building, and having not played the game, I didn't really know a whole lot. But
Yeah, I think basically like the whole first episode is pretty much filmed in the past before they get to the current present, you know, that they're in. Uh
yeah, when his daughter was killed, that
yeah.
was like, man, that sucks. She was a good character, and then we meet this new character, that the little girl, I guess. That, I don't know. I'm curious to see how she's going to play into this, but I guess gotta watch to find out, huh?
You gotta watch to find out, man. Marcel in the house. What's up, Marcel? It ain't no butterflies. We were talking about uh Last of Us series. Which I've been enjoying. Uh but yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty. I'm enjoying it. It's not super horror-y, but there is some. I like post-apocalyptic shit. You know,
Yeah.
I did. I watched the final season of The Walking Dead, and it was another one where I was like, I feel like they should have a stronger resolution. But it was just kind of like another season. I know most people gave up on that show.
Season 11.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I stopped watching it when they killed off Coral.
Cool.
Coral.
Yeah. The Yeah. I don't know.
My daughter watches it. She's I think on season 10 maybe. There's a character called Sadiq she was talking about that was just killed.
Yeah, he was like the doctor.
Yeah.
Uh, Craig wants to know if anyone's watched Winnie the Pooh horror yet. Have not.
Mm-mm. The only person I know that's watched it is Hey Internet, it's Eric. Or Hey Internet, Eric here.
Yeah. Ginger Ninja saying final episode was a bit blah. Need a bigger final punch. I concur. And it's had so many spin-offs, dude.
Isn't there going to be like a Daryl spinoff? Like a
There's
Daryl?
gonna be there was gonna be a Daryl
Daryl?
there was gonna be a Daryl spin-off, but what's her face is not gonna be on it. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, she sort of backed out. And then Michonne and Rick have a show coming
Really?
at some point, like a limited series, which I'll be curious to see.
How's she going to do that when she's like busy in Wakanda?
I mean, I think I actually watched Wakanda Forever the other night too.
Yeah, Steve. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was okay. You know, like, yeah, I thought it was okay. It's sort of I feel like it got a lot of hype, or a lot of people said it was really good, so I maybe expected a little more out of it. But it was perfectly fine. That dude had feather feet and everything, so that's cool.
That was kind of weird.
I was curious to see what they would do. I mean, without the Black Panther, you know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of just like skirted right past it, right? And he died. Okay.
Yeah. Just like, by the way, um, let's see. Bradley was saying Hogwarts Legacy came out this week. Him and all his friends are in their early 30s and have been playing the hell out of the game. It's been really cool. I've played like that since high school. Nice. Ginger Ninja saying, yeah, 3 new spin-offs coming, plus Fear, which is ending. And there's no World Beyond because that was a steaming pile of burning turds, which I never watched. But I did have Terry Crews came through my work. I don't know if I ever told you that, but like I was just working the other day and Terry Crews was like cruising through, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then like the next week, I heard that he was going to be on some Walking Dead spinoff or something. I was like, "Oh shit, I got to check that out. See what the fuck this is about." But I never did check it out.
Yeah, Craig says he's getting kind of burnt out on the superhero films.
I mean, they're definitely making hay while the sun is shining on those. I'll give them that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I typically enjoy the ones I've seen. I've enjoyed a lot of the ones I've seen. So I think like as a genre, um I'm not fully like just fed up with or anything, you know?
Yeah.
But there are a lot of them, and I don't think all of them are gonna be good.
I think when they start switching characters or actors that play these characters, it's going to be, I don't know, maybe we'll start seeing a decline in these movies. Maybe not. I don't know.
I mean, look what they did with the X-Men, dude. They got rid of like Patrick Stewart and put in fucking McAvoy in there.
Yeah, they kind of explained it as.
I know, but they passed the torch, dude. Like,
yeah.
so I guess we'll see.
Batman went from Bateman to Affleck, and now to dude from Twilight, Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, Homeboy's favorite was
Quentin.
Quentin's favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that movie. I didn't even know that. What's his fucking name? Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he was the Penguin until weeks after I saw it. And I
Yeah.
saw a time lapse of his makeup, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? That was Colin Farrell? Holy shit!"
Yeah. Oh, it was a good movie.
Craig saying, "Yeah, Batman was done right. I liked it. Yeah." Let's see. Marcel's saying, "What is a movie series that needs more movies?" He says for him, Laid to Rest. Laid to Rest was pretty good. I think there was 2 of them, right? Was there a third one?
I don't think I've seen those movies.
A lot of people were like, let's see, Laid to Rest. There was Laid to Rest. There's Chrome Skull 2. Or Chrome Skull Laid to Rest 2. Yeah, I don't know if I don't think there was a third one.
I just see 2, the ones you just mentioned.
I know a lot of people want more collector movies.
Yeah, there was supposed to be what 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. Craig wants more porn. I mean, I feel like there's no shortage of porn, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I think the collector was interesting. I think they can stop making Saw movies. But there is another one.
I guess they're rebooting the Strangers series.
Yeah. We'll see. Say again?
I like the first 2. I like the second one. I think more than the first one, actually.
I think I probably do too. I think the first one's a better film, but I think the second is a much funner film.
Yeah. They can start with the Purge movies, if you ask me.
I mean, I haven't even seen all the Purge movies.
I saw the first three, and I was like, I don't need to see Anarchy, whatever it was called.
Craig saying Saw needs another 5 or 6. Not. He wants to see a well done modern Silver Bullet remake, dude. We were talking about Silver Bullet earlier
Yeah.
as David's favorite horror or a werewolf horror movie. Craig's too, by the way. He was late to the party on that one, but absolutely loved it when he saw it.
Yeah, I was talking to Beth, and she said it would be cool to see like a Christine prequel. See
Weren't
the.
they gonna do something like that or some shit?
I think there was talk about it for a little while.
Yeah. You want to see like before it fucking became like a trashy fucking thing and the homeboy bought it?
Yeah, I guess.
I hope so, just so we can get another one of those amazing steel books. Worst steel book I own, by the way, Christine 4K. I don't. We were talking about Silver Bullet. I think the nostalgia around it. I don't think, for me, like you can't really remake that nostalgia. You know what I mean? Like all the best parts of that movie for me. But who knows? I mean, Maniac, dude. Maniac remake was pretty amazing, right? Evil Dead remake was amazing.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to Evil Dead Rise. It looks like it's gonna be a good movie.
Dude, the trailer. I thought the trailer looked pretty fucking good, man.
Yeah, I just hope it didn't give away too much, but I'll still see it.
I mean, you can pretty much tell who's gonna be dying and shit, right? But like,
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I'm stoked to see it for sure.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned because like that's a very strong franchise. Like you have, 4 movies in that franchise, and all of them are good, in my opinion, and some are amazing. So like it's just a sort of felt like it's a matter of time till they just put out some steaming fucking pile of shit with the Evil Dead name attached to it. And I was like, is this gonna be that time?
Did you watch the series with Ash versus Evil?
I did. That was fun. Yeah.
I from the Daglers reviews, and I watched the first season. I haven't watched the other seasons yet.
It's a perfectly fun show. I went to like a roast of Bruce Campbell a few weeks back.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was pretty fun. It was over in San Francisco. Good times, yeah. I mean, I think he's done with it. I heard they were talking about developing an animated version of Ash versus Evil Dead. So, I mean, that dude's young compared to fucking Mel Brooks. So who knows, man? If they did a Silver Bullet remake, they'd probably cast The Rock. Yeah, I know. It'd be The Rock in a wheelchair, right? Like super ripped ass legs and shit.
And they get Willem Dafoe to play the Nick Nolte character.
Yeah. Who would you get to play that character? Was it? It was Gary Busey, right?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Gary Busey. Sorry.
Dude, I've always gone those names are always interchangeable. Like the actors are totally different, but in my head, yeah, those names are always interchangeable.
Gary Busey was in that one, and Nick Nolte was in Cape Fear. Yeah. But Nick Nolte, the last thing I saw him in was one of those with Gerard Butler movies, Olympus Has Fallen or something like that. Or
was he in one of those?
Yeah, he plays his father, but his voice is like really gravelly and raspy now.
I mean, it kind of always has, man. He's 82 years old now.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah. Yeah, he's always like
yeah.
Yeah.
As far as Gary Busey goes, I mean, he got in some trouble recently at a con, I guess, for.
Yeah. He did, man.
Yes, I don't know what came of that, but
My understanding is like no charges were pressed against him or anything.
he's been banned from, I guess, doing anymore.
Probably. Um, but I watched some like YouTube video on him after all that, talking about how he had like a motorcycle accident
Mm-hmm.
wearing a helmet, and he had like a serious brain injury and had to like relearn how to do a bunch of shit, and has never been quite the same person ever since. So I was curious about that, but that was like he had already done Point Break like after the accident, so I'm pretty sure something before.
Yeah. Silver Bullet was what, like 84, 85?
But I think he might have like impulse control issues because of his brain injury uh, as well. So I think maybe that played into it.
They could always cast his son.
His son, I haven't seen him in a while, but I did get the Frighteners.
Mm-hmm.
I got this the Turbine box set.
That's a nice set.
Yeah, you know what happened, dude? Like, okay, so I got both of them because I couldn't decide on which artwork I liked.
Yeah.
And then they both arrived absolutely fucking crushed from
Yeah.
and I was like, fuck, man, what the shit? And so they just sent these empty boxes out. So I haven't swapped out the contents from the crushed ones yet. But that's a fun movie. I thought he was pretty awesome in it. He's I've enjoyed his son in the stuff I've seen him in.
Yeah, he's never had like a leading role, but he kind of always plays either the baddie or the sidekick or whatever,
Do you think they should get him to play Uncle whatever the fuck for the Silver Bullet remake? Who would you cast as the priest? Josh Brolin. Cast Josh Brolin as the priest. Rock as the kid.
The Rock. Who would play the sister?
Yeah, who would play the sister?
Mia Goth.
Mia Goth as the sister.
She seems to be the hot item right now, or the chick that played Wednesday Addams.
Oh yeah, she's even hotter, dude.
Yeah.
Than Ortega.
Yeah.
And like dude, like she just sort of came out and did a bunch of fucking horror shit, and just like all of a sudden, just like I don't know,
Blew up.
Yeah. Maddie in the house. What's up, Maddie? She did sort of. Did you watch Wednesday?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty fun. But like I said, I like goofy teenage horror shit like that. I think I was expecting it to be better because it was Tim Burton.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it. I thought it was an interesting casting choice for Gomez, actually, in that one.
Yeah, I did too.
Maddie saying Josh Brolin be a good pick as a priest. I concur. Yeah.
They should get Patrick Bateman.
Patrick, go on.
Huh?
Patrick Bateman.
The actor, what's his name?
Homeboy McGillicuddy. I'm spacing it, dude.
Yeah.
The famous ass dude, Christian Bale.
Christian Bale, yeah.
There you go. You think him as the priest?
Yeah.
Now, Willem Dafoe would make a good priest for that.
I think he'd make a good uncle.
He's too old to be like a kid. I guess he's old enough to be the Rock's uncle. Like, if he was a kid.
Yeah. He's
Uh,
got a new one coming out where he's like trapped in this apartment and looks kind of interesting. Have you seen that one? The trailer for that one?
Willem Dafoe or
Willem Dafoe, yeah. It's called
uh,
Inside, where
I don't think I have seen the trailer for that. I haven't heard about that one.
it looks interesting.
He's always he's a good actor, man. Did you like did you like The Lighthouse?
I never saw it.
Okay. I don't know if you'd like The Lighthouse, but he had an amazing performance in it. I mean, I thought I was thoroughly impressed with his performance in that film.
Is it horror or is it not really horror?
It's not really horror.
Is it kind of like a study on?
It's like a character study, but there's a lot of good atmosphere and dark-ish themes. It's like
Okay.
a descent into madness type of situation. I wouldn't call it straight horror.
Yeah.
Um, but I did like it. Maddie says cast Defoe in every role in the remake. I could see that. Maybe like Eddie Murphy in all those roles.
There's a new one with Eddie Murphy out called You People. I haven't watched it yet, but it looks like it might be a fun movie.
Is it
It's
like
Eddie Murphy and Julie Louis Dreyfus and Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill? Yeah, Laura
Yeah.
London, Nia Long.
Yeah. Basically, Jonah Hill falls in love with Eddie Murphy's daughter, and both families are kind of weird about the mixed races and all that stuff. It's funny.
Huh.
Jonah
David
Hill is
Duchovny's in it.
Jewish, and his family,
Dude, David Duchovny's in it.
yeah, he plays the Jonah Hill's dad.
Okay. Elliot Gould is in it, dude. Well, this is a crazy cast.
Yeah, it's an all-star cast.
Yeah, it's a lot of them too. Yeah, I hadn't heard shit about that one. But yeah, I thought I still haven't seen what's the fucking weird ass Antichrist. I still haven't seen that one with Willem Dafoe.
I haven't heard of that one.
It's I want to say it's Gaspar Noé. But it's supposed to be very disturbing. And it's got Willem Dafoe in it. I had it in my list back in like, I don't know, 2010s at some point.
Yeah, it came out in 2009.
Yeah, I kept like I've had it in like multiple lists that I just have never pulled the trigger on. Brad says that You People fell short because there's shitty chemistry between Jonah Hill and Laura London. Oh, and there's a CGI kiss with them in it. That's pretty weird.
A CGI kiss?
That's what he says, man. Like,
is that because Laura London was repulsed to kiss Jonah Hill or something, or what?
Because he was one of those people, dude. She was like, no. I don't know. It's pretty weird.
Maddie says the Antichrist was really good. And it was Lars von Trier.
That's the one, yeah. The house that Jack built, dude.
Okay. Another one.
Gaspar Noé is the Irreversible guy.
I did watch Irreversible.
Did you like Irreversible?
It was different.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it, but it was definitely different.
It's a very interesting film that can spark a pretty interesting conversation, I think.
That uncomfortable rape scene there for like 8 minutes.
Yeah, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do for 8 minutes. If you just put a camera down on the floor in the middle of a movie and just like let it sit there for 8 minutes while some kid's eating cereal or some shit, that's gonna be unnerving, dude. Let alone a brutal fucking rape scene.
Yeah.
I did get the indicator release of it when they put it out, which has a linear version of the story told. So it's told not in reverse, it's told as a regular story. And I was like, I probably will rewatch it that way, and I will probably. I felt like when the rape scene, like you want to fast forward through it because it's not only brutal as shit, but it's also just like fucking drags on, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, this is art. I'm gonna like subject myself to this entire movie, as it was intended to be seen. But I think this time around, I'm definitely gonna fast forward that shit. Like, I get it, dude. I've seen it already.
Did you like the Possessor, the Cronenberg or Brandon Cronenberg film?
I did, dude. And Infinity Pool looks awesome.
Oh, is it?
That's his like latest one. It's in theaters, and I think it's gotten a bunch of praise.
Is that Brad or David Cronenberg?
Uh, it's his son.
Oh, it's his son. Okay.
Yeah, Brandon. Brandon.
Brandon. Yeah, Brandon.
Um, yeah, I thought Possessor was. Did you like Possessor?
I like Possessor.
Yeah, I was pretty impressed. That was his first movie, man.
Yeah. But I haven't seen the new one that you just mentioned. I've seen the trailer for it. It looks really far out there.
Yeah, I thought it looked awesome. I haven't seen it yet either.
Infinity Pool, is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's been getting a lot of praise though. Let's see. 6.8 out of 10 IMDb, 86% Rotten Tomatoes, 72% Metacritic. Let's see, the little consensus is turbulent waters, even for strong swimmers. Infinity Pool provides a visceral, all-inclusive retreat of Cronenbergian perversion for those wanting to escape commercial sundries. I mean, that sounds good to me. I like Cronenbergian perversion, so
Did you see Crimes of the Future from David Cronenberg?
I still have not seen that one either.
Yeah, that one looked really out there.
Did you like it?
Huh?
Did you like it?
No, I haven't watched it, but it looked like it was really out there. Like body parts, and is that the one where they're like in the future and they've kind of like lost their sense of pain, that no one can feel pain anymore? Or
I don't actually know too much about it.
Okay.
But what I've heard is like if you're a hard Cronenberg fan, like you're not just like you like weird Cronenberg, then you're gonna like that movie.
Okay.
But I mean, you can be a Cronenberg fan and not like all of his movies. If you like, I mean, The Fly is pretty fucking amazing, right?
I like The Fly. Videodrome was good.
Yeah, Videodrome's good. Long live Newsflash, dude.
I like Crash. History of Violence was good. I haven't seen Scanners. That's one I've never seen, other than the head explosion scene.
Yeah, that's a classic.
I haven't seen Existence.
I saw that one. I've seen that one. The
Naked Lunch.
Naked Lunch was that one, but it's based on a very strange book by William Burroughs. Like very like avant-garde book. It's not even like a story.
The Brood I haven't seen either.
Fun fact, for you music fans out there, the band Steely Dan is named after a dildo in the book Naked Lunch by William S. Burroughs.
Yeah, I knew that fact.
There you go. Okay. Yeah. I want to see Infinity Pool. I'm pretty stoked on Brandon Cronenberg so far. I thought Possessor was very strong, interesting film, well executed. So I'd like to see what he does next. I am a little curious about Ari Aster, what he's got coming up next too. It seems like it's a little bit of a departure from. I feel like it's just going to be a little less sort of like horror-y. I think a lot of people would say Midsommar was also that way, but
it's just the one with Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Bo was Brad, or what was it? Afraid. Bo was afraid.
Bo was doing some shit. Yeah.
Is it a horror movie or is it just like another?
I don't think. I think it's probably like a psychological film.
Okay.
It's a surrealist comedy horror film, is what Wikipedia says.
Yeah.
We'll see. Well, I mean, you're not a fan of any of his movies so far, so but I thought I've loved both of his films.
I never saw Midsommar, but Hereditary I'll go back and revisit. But I haven't seen any other ones he's put out.
Oh, I thought you had seen. I know Cody obviously hates Midsommar, and you might too because it's pretty long, slow pace. But for me, it's one of those as great atmosphere. And yeah, I'm a fan of that film. Maddie's saying he likes it. Brandon Cronenberg essentially producing small, intense NC 17 level work, and he's amazed he's able to do it. People are a lot like less fucking pious as they used to be. You know what I mean? Like everyone's just like loosened up completely. You know, like
yeah, it takes a lot to, I guess, really shock anybody anymore. It seems.
you could probably just straight up say, "Hey, fuck you" on like network television now. I imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm 46 years old and I don't swear in front of my parents, but my kids have no problem dropping an F-bomb in front of me.
Oh, dude, I'm 1,000. I'll still cuss in front of my parents. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit of a potty mouth though. Yeah, I'll say Brandon Cronenberg chip off the old block there. I think Craig says Midsommar was so boring in all caps. I mean, I disagree, but if a movie has, like I was saying earlier, if a movie has like a strong sense of atmosphere, I don't mind a slow burn, and I would consider it a slow burn. But I saw the director's cut first too, which is long as shit, dude. To be honest, it's like 2 hours and 50 minutes, I think, and I saw that in the theater, and I was still fully involved in it, Kirk saying he only gets shocked when one of his kids cleans their room. Yep. For that. But yeah, I haven't I don't know what else is coming out. I guess there's a new Scream movie coming out.
Yeah. I liked the last one, but I mean, it's not one that I was like chomping at the bit to see. I mean, I like the first two Scream movies. Third one's tolerable, but it's never been a franchise that I'm like dying to see the next one.
What did you think of the fourth one?
Honestly, I don't think I've seen the fourth one.
This was like I watched the first two Scream movies. I saw the first three Scream movies, and then like I was like, oh, shit, like I didn't even know, like somehow Scream 4 totally got past me. So I went to watch it and I accidentally rewatched part 3 and I was like, dude, this movie's what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I realized my mistake and I was like, oh, fine.
Yeah, I haven't seen 4.
I thought for me 3 was pretty weak, 4 was better. I thought the new one was perfectly fine.
Okay.
But I'm like you, I'm not the biggest Scream fanboy.
And that's all my YouTube feed's been lately. Just people, excited about Scream 6. I'm just like, I'll see it, but I mean, is 2 coming back, or do you think's gonna kill so and so? Will Courtney Cox make it to the next one? And just like,
what the fuck are her bangs gonna look like in this one?
yeah,
that's what I want to know. She's just gonna have like the Yolandi Visser like shaved ass fucking head top there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
as far as horror goes, I mean, Evil Dead Rise is one I'm definitely looking forward to. But I have not really heard a lot more that's kind of like in the pipeline. I mean, I know outside of horror, I'm looking forward to the John Wick 4 movie and the Mission Impossible movie.
Knock at the Cabin's already out. Yeah, it looks like not. Oh, Renfield.
Yeah.
That looks like it's gonna be goofy,
Yeah.
but I think it'll. I think it's probably gonna. I have faith that I would actually find it pretty fun though, nonetheless.
I mean, The Exorcist is supposed to be getting the remake, from David Gordon Green, but after the way Halloween ends, I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm going to tread lightly on that one.
The first two movies I thought were perfectly fine.
Yeah. That third one. I mean, the third one wasn't bad, but it wasn't the conclusion that Halloween fans wanted.
I saw an interview with him where he was like, well, I wanted to tell a love story, and like I needed to do it in a way that would satisfy, the fans. And I was like, failed, dude, you failed so hard.
If you wanted to do a love story, do something between Officer Hawkins and Laurie Strode. Don't bring in Corey, some brand new character out of nowhere.
Or like if you want to do that, then maybe get like a whole screenplay about a love story, that's not this third installment of this movie. But
yeah,
why do I know, dude?
Well, the only thing I've heard about The Exorcist is that they're bringing back Ellen Burstyn. She's probably like in her 80s herself.
Let's see.
She played, Reagan's mom in the original one.
He is. Oh wait. Hold on. She's 90 years old, dude.
Yeah. There's one called The Boogeyman. It looks pretty good. It's a Stephen King story.
Huh.
Comes out in June.
Let's see. The Boogeyman, starring Sophie Thatcher, Madison Hu, David Dasmalchian, Chris Messina, a bunch of people I haven't really heard of.
Yeah.
There's
a new Insidious movie coming out. Fear of the Dark.
There's a Nun 2 movie.
Oh yeah, I heard about that one too. Yeah. Hopefully it's better than the first Nun movie. Did you like the first Nun movie? We talked about it, right? You.
I thought so. That movie got so much shit. Universally, people talk so much shit that when I went to go see it, or when I went to like actually watch it, I expected to like actually have physical pain watching it or something.
Yeah.
So I was like, I felt like it wasn't as bad as people thought. I think it was underhyped. I didn't absolutely love it, but it was much better than I thought it was going to be, based on everyone's sort of like snap reactions to it.
It was a lot of jump scares, which you could see a mile away.
Yeah, I mean,
and the Nun's a good character. I mean, they could have done so much more with her, I thought, but hopefully we'll get that with this next one.
Yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, I feel like jump scares are kind of like pretty omnipresent these days in horror films, right?
Yeah.
And they're always predictable now, right? For the most part.
Yeah. I meant to ask you, you did that video a while back where you had that Pixies cover playing when you went across the bridge. That wasn't from the Malignant soundtrack, was it?
It wasn't. No, it was just
I bought that soundtrack hoping that would be on there, and it wasn't. I'm like,
damn. Well, was the cover they did of?
No, the one that was in the movie. Remember?
Yeah, that wasn't on the score.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, the one from you're talking about the motorcycle video across the bridge, right?
Yeah.
That was just a random synthwave version of that song.
Sounded good.
Yeah, I liked it. I like synthwave though too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The soundtrack to the movie Tonight She Comes is synthy. I didn't care much for the movie itself, but the score is pretty good.
Matt is saying save that track on Spotify. Nice. Craig saying the killer and ends should have been Wade from part 4. So angry he did not get that date with the sheriff's daughter. Yeah, I guess I'd be pissed too. Fuck off, Wade. Yeah, dude. Homeboy from Curse of Michael Myers. Wilbur, George P. Wilbur died too.
Yeah, yeah. Did he play? He played Michael Myers in what, 2 of the movies, maybe?
I thought he was just. Let's see. I thought it was just that one, but
Was he the one that was kind of buff? Like, how? Maybe I'm thinking something.
Just like The Rock. He was in. Let's see.
5, right? Halloween 5.
Halloween 4.
Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of Don Shanks. Sorry, Don Shanks is the one that's kind of like a bodybuilder. It looks like.
Yeah, he was just in part 4 too.
Okay.
And he was in The Curse of Michael Myers. Apparently, as Michael Myers, but I don't think he played him exclusively. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
Sorry. Did he really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one I didn't even. That's the one I was originally thinking of, part 6. And
he was in Firestarter, the original.
That's another one that I like meant to rewatch, but they did the remake or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I think rather than watch the remake, I should just rewatch the original. And I picked it up on Blu-ray, but I haven't watched it yet. It's been a while since I've seen it.
I haven't bought the remake yet. I'm kind of on the fence as to whether I want to or not.
I haven't heard a lot of people say good stuff about it.
I've seen it. I mean, it wasn't great, but it wasn't what I don't know. Maybe it's just the story itself, because I was never really a big fan of the original one either.
Which did you like more?
I like Zac Efron's character in the new one, but I like Drew Barrymore's character as the little girl better in the original.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a mixed bag there for me. They did a lot more with the mom in this one that I liked. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I may never see the remake. I'm not sure. It's hard to say. Sometimes something comes up on streaming, then I'll just be like, fuck it.
Yeah.
But there's so many movies that are good that I have yet to see, like going see a questionable one. Like Adam Paul Beaumont was in here earlier talking about the Black Christmas remake, the latest one. And I was like, I don't know if I even have the time to waste watching that one.
Oh, the one from 2019 or something like that? Yeah. I did see that one. That was bad.
Mr. Bones saying don't watch the remake. He's telling me not to watch the remake. Too late for you.
He's telling me not to buy it. Yeah.
No, he's telling you not to buy it. Okay.
Yeah. I had the soundtrack, or because it was Carpenter, but yeah, that's probably a good thing about the movie. And even that was underwhelming. It felt like it was just like stuff that was on the cutting room floor for Halloween ends.
Craig saying 2 guys played Michael in part 6, by the way.
Yeah, I was thinking because they had to go back and reshoot some scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you prefer the producer's cut, where Michael Myers rapes his underage?
That's the one I've seen the most, I guess.
What a weird.
There for a while, you can even find the theatrical cut. It seemed like.
What a weird screenplay to write, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
that was the first one I saw in theaters. Was Halloween 6. I had to alter myself because I saw it on the day that they read the OJ verdict. It was just me. It's like, nice.
There you go. I saw that in the theater. I was pretty underwhelmed by that one.
Yeah.
I know the people who love the Thorn trilogy love that movie. I know Craig loves that movie. I think Craig might even have like the Cult of Thorn symbol there
Yeah.
on him. He says he loves the producer's cut. I knew that, dude. Last time I watched it, I watched the producer's cut again.
That's the one I've watched the most.
I think the next time I'm going to watch it, I'm going right back to the theatrical, though. Maddie says producer's cut flows better, but she enjoys the theatrical cut more.
I agree with Maddie on that one.
I was so disappointed in that movie, dude. But that's just me. Like, I don't want Michael Myers to be like a runestone dude, you know? Like, I want him to be just like an unknown shape killer, you know? Oh, and Craig's correcting me saying it's the Lords of Salem symbol. I think Evil Stevel then who is now has a different channel name, has the Cult of Thorn tattoo on him.
I know Christian Hanna has it on his arm.
Christian Hanna Horror?
Yep. Planet CHH now.
Really? Changed his name?
Yep. I think my dog needs to go outside.
You wanna wrap it up here?
Yeah, it's getting kind of late. It's almost it's 2:30. It's been fun hanging out, man.
Yeah, dude. We don't hang out enough these days. I'm sort of I haven't really been doing a lot of messaging. I had some crazy fucking I just had some crazy shit go down on Instagram, dude. I'm
Really?
not even gonna get into it in public, but it was some bizarre, real weird shit, dude. And I just sort of like was like, oh, I'm just gonna chill back here for a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, definitely happy birthday. Glad we did get a chance to hang out, dude.
Yeah. Have you posted that Chris Stapleton cover yet? Or
I didn't. I sent it to Beth.
Yeah.
I haven't posted it.
Okay. I was scrolling through it like I haven't heard of Chris Stapleton's.
Yeah, I did the Tennessee whiskey, and
the last one.
Sorry, go.
I think the last one I saw from me was Dean Martin, maybe.
Yeah, that was the last one I posted. I'm a little bit behind.
I guess I'll go mobile here.
Oh shit! Look at this.
I'm on the iPad.
Like a man on the move. Okay. I've never had a tablet, dude. But I'm always thinking like, is there a reason for me to get a tablet?
I'm still here.
Yeah. But yeah, dude. Quilted's been pacing back and forth. She's 16 years old, dude. She turned 16 in January.
Yeah, Peanut's 12 years old, maybe 10 years old.
But yeah, Quilted has been having some accidents indoors, so I've been trying to keep up on her.
Yeah.
Stuff.
I heard her pacing the floors earlier. Does she need to go outside too?
She's like deaf now too, so I think she goes on patrol just if I can, just like as a sentry, just like to make sure no one's sneaking up on her.
Yeah.
And she also does that when she needs to go to the bathroom. So it's like you never know, man. You just never know. It's like the fucking sometimes she's just cruising on patrol, and sometimes she's like getting ready to pee somewhere. But yeah. But I'll let you go, dude. But let's hang out again soon, dude.
Yeah, we'll do, man.
Sweet. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for joining us on David's birthday extravaganza. And David, thanks for joining me. And everybody, peace out. And I'm